And here we are starting the week of October 9th, 2022. And we're about to have a lovely weekly card reading with the Oracle of the Fairies card deck by Karen Kay. At the end of that reading, we're going to have a special power card that I'm going to draw from The Universe Has Your Back by Gabriel Bernstein. So I'm really super excited to see what the energies have to say this week, considering we're finally going out of Mercury Retrograde. Can we get a hell yeah for that? Because I certainly am. As usual, it's a 3-card draw, and we're going to see what the universe has to say. So let's get into it. Okay, these are the 3 cards that popped out. And I have to say, I'm getting a lot of interesting energy from this. First, we have music, then shine from within, and protect your dreams. Very, very powerful. So let's get into it. The first card is music. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. And you know what? This one loves music. A long time ago when I was growing up, my dad would come into my room after he'd come home from work to say hello. And he said it was like walking into a movie every time he came into my room, because I always had the soundtrack on. Always had different kinds of music. And I, for one, love all different types depending on my mood. So for you, music may be a big part of your life as well. It is a big part for many. And we hear it on the radio, we hear it on our computer, our phones, in movies, in concerts, festivals, out in the car. We just hear it everywhere. It really is incorporated deeply into our lives. And as the card says, it can rekindle memories. It can stir emotions that may not always come to the surface. And it can really, really inspire you. So this week and beyond, music is going to be a very important part of your daily activities. It may not be something where you're a musician and create music, because not everybody does that, but we all have some sort of creative energy. Have you noticed when you watch a movie, the music really adds to it? It stirs the emotions even more. It puts an extra exclamation point on what's going on in the scene. Music can do that in our daily lives as well. I, for one, when I listen to music, that's my form of meditation. Some people really thrive with meditation where you're doing the traditional sitting down, breathing, doing the mantras, and really being in a soulful trance-like state. And that's okay. That works for some people, and it really replenishes their soul. But it doesn't always work for a lot of us. And I, for one, have kind of a monkey mind sometimes that I have to keep under control, really keep that mindfulness up front. So music is my way to tap into my inner peace. Sometimes it'll be when I'm doing my work, it'll inspire me further with fresh new ideas, creative flow, or just remembering something that makes me smile. Or sometimes it can even help with shadow work, believe it or not. Sometimes we're really feeling something deep, and we may not be able to find a constructive release for it, or we may be running from it and not really want to deal with it. Have you noticed that sometimes when a certain song comes on, you might think of a happy memory or a sad memory? Embrace that. Even if it's a sad memory, embrace it. Because that is something that's coming to the surface that needs to be looked at and worked on. Or maybe it just gives you a way to transmute that energy and release it into the light. Whatever it is, music is powerful and it moves our souls. And it's a really important energy that we tap into. Now, be mindful of the type of music you listen to. While it's very positive in a lot of ways and very enlightening, it can also be very negative and very toxic, and some can even lower your frequency. Certain lyrics or certain energy frequencies can really, really make the difference. So be mindful in what you listen to. It doesn't mean the lyrics have to be all love and light all the time. Sometimes I like a good AC/DC song as much as the next person. But it's also be mindful in how your frequency is, how you're feeling. If you're feeling less empowered or negative in some way, that's when it's important to take stock of that and maybe change the music you're listening to. It's really interesting how powerful it really is. And we kind of take it for granted because it's always there. We're always able to listen to whatever we want to listen to. But it really is something that can either help us or hinder us. So definitely listen to music that empowers you, allows you to tap into your creative flow, whatever that form that is. There's a certain song I've been listening to a lot lately, and every time I turn it on, I've noticed my frequency goes up. I feel happier, I feel in the flow, and just everything's right with the world. So definitely be mindful in what you listen to, what you take in. Allow yourself to be empowered by the music, not overpowered. Shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within. And it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. This is so true because a lot of us have been conditioned to feel that we're not enough because we don't look a certain way. There are so many of us that are different shapes and sizes, different colors, different nationalities, different styles, different heights and weights, what have you. And really, in all of it, there is beauty because we have beauty inside. The sooner we start realizing it, the sooner we start accepting ourselves for who we are, the more we can allow our light to shine. And it actually makes us even more beautiful to others around us. Because as I always say, the inner reality reflects in our outer reality. And it is like a butterfly effect. You start setting an example of true inner beauty for others. And sometimes in turn, they'll see that and they'll start looking within themselves and start realizing, I'm enough as well. I have something to add to this world. It's really, really important to start looking within if you haven't. If you feel ashamed of certain parts of your body, or you don't feel adequate enough because you don't look like a model, or you may not look as good as someone else, or so you think. You have your own beauty and no one else has it. You're unique, you're special, and you are here for a reason. You are enough and you have light to add to this world. What's interesting, especially as we're going out retrograde, a lot of things are coming to light. Things are starting to rebalance, and we're starting to look around us at others who might have a mask on. There are some people we associate within our lives that we might need to take a second look at. Some wear masks and look like one version, while indeed they are another version. For some, it can be that they feel a little insecure and they need to really do the inner work and start realizing that they are enough as they are, that they don't have to put a mask on to be accepted in the world. Because as long as you accept yourself, that's enough. In other situations, you may be dealing with someone in your life that maybe is not exactly healthy for you. They may be adding to your lower frequencies or your anxiety or your depression. Maybe making you feel a certain way that you're really not comfortable with, but you can't quite put your finger on it. It's really important to protect your own energy. Be mindful on how they interact with you, because sometimes some people out there are just very toxic. They do it in a way that they look beautiful. They may even love bomb you. They may even make you feel good for the moment. But over time, they start making you question yourself and start second guessing yourself. And when someone starts making you do that, or you start allowing them to do that, that's when it's time to shine your inner light and set your boundaries. Realize that you are enough. You don't need anyone else to validate that. Because when we start looking to outside sources to validate inner or outer beauty, that's when the problems start happening. This is when we start abandoning ourselves. So don't abandon yourself this week. Really look within. Do the inner work, the shadow work if you have to. Be gentle with yourself as you do it. But also think about the good qualities you have. You may think of all these negative things about yourself. Lord knows I've been there as well. We all have. But when we start focusing on the positive, even if it's just, oh, I like my eye color, or wow, that shirt I'm wearing looks really good on me today. Just simple little things can really help your psyche, can really help turn that frequency around. But in turn, you'll start attracting more positive things in your life, more positive people who accept you for who you are. When we don't do it for ourselves and we're doing it for other people, that's when we really need to take a second look and get to the root of why we're doing that. While some others might make us feel less, we're allowing that. And it's not about blaming yourself or judging yourself. It's just a matter of being mindful of who we're allowing to make us feel that way. And then just setting healthy boundaries. There may be people who shy away from you as you make this positive change. That's okay. Let them go on their way, because they are not the people that are meant to stay with you. We all have something that we wrestle with within ourselves when it comes to this. Don't expect this to happen overnight, but always do it for yourself. Do it because it makes you feel better for you. That is an important takeaway from this. Don't do it for others. Don't do it because someone thinks you should or wants to dictate how you should look. Do it for you and you alone. So shine from within and do it authentically and unapologetically. And last but not least, protect your dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. Now, this one really resonates for me personally, because I've been in my creative flow a lot lately with my channel, as well as other projects I'm embarking on. Some I'm beginning, some I'm in the middle of, but I don't always talk about it because I'm not ready to. And it may not have fully blossomed into something I could really talk about. And you may be feeling the same way. You may be protecting your dreams. Some of it may be self-preservation. It may be you don't think others might quite understand your vision or your perspective. So you may keep a lot of dreams to your heart. And that's a good thing, because you're under no obligation to tell people what your dreams are, what you're working on, whether it's a project or something intangible. It may be something you're manifesting and you really want to see if it comes to be. But you don't want to say anything, because sometimes when you say something, it goes to the wayside or it just doesn't turn out the way you hoped. And I've had that happen to me as well, so I totally get it. You are the one who protects your dreams. The dream is meant for you, and it has been assigned to you. If there's someone you trust in your life that you know will protect it as well, by all means share it with them. If you feel that there are others who will not, who will blab to everybody about the dreams or even put down your dreams, it is strongly advised that you keep this to yourself. When we have certain dreams that we're working on, we start with a seed, and it takes time and care and nurturing to grow that dream. A lot of the time, there's not much to say anyway until the dream bears fruit. So whether you're working on that secret project for your business or the hobby that you want to try out, Rome wasn't built in a day. All things take time to blossom, to grow, and to become the full vision that you are hoping for. As time goes on, you may see certain signs that will point you in the right direction to keep nurturing those dreams, to keep growing those dreams. So be very mindful of that this time around. And also always trust your intuition. If it's a dream you're working on and you're seeing things are not working that well, or just so many obstacles are in the way, pay attention to your intuition. If your intuition is telling you, this may not be working out in the way I hoped it to be. But it's knowing when to do that and when not to do that. And as Audrey Hepburn always said, there is no impossible. There's only I'm possible. So keep on with your dreams. Don't give up unless your intuition tells you otherwise, to change directions. And always protect your energy, protect your dreams, and protect your birthright. And now we're going to have a power card from The Universe Has Your Back by Gabriel Bernstein. And I almost laughed when I drew the card that I did, from this deck. It really drives the point home. And this is the power card for this week. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. Now, isn't this perfect? Especially after the Protect Your Dreams card. You can't make this stuff up. So as you keep working on your dreams, just remember there is space in this world for them to happen, and it will serve others as you go forward in making all this manifest. So that is the card reading for this week. This has been so beautiful. It's a little bit different than other weeks. It's a little more about the creative flow that we all have. If you are wondering if you even have creative energy, think outside the box, tap within, because you do have creative flow. It just may be in a different form than most. And a lot of the time that can be even more beautiful than the traditional creative flow. So if you like these kind of videos, please click like and subscribe. It helps my channel grow, but more importantly, it gets the messages out in the algorithm to those who might need to hear them. And always remember, check out my community tab as usual. I always have inspirational posts every morning, as well as sharing other creators out there to help them celebrate their own unique journeys. Also, tomorrow I'll have my Sunday movie at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, so feel free to stop by in the live chat, bring some popcorn and beverage of your choice as we enjoy the Sunday afternoon a little bit away from work and worries. And again, I want to thank you all for your undying support, your love, your laughs, and just being awesome people of the Pixie Dust community. The community is growing, and we're just going to keep getting better and better. And with that, I hope you all have a beautiful week. Keep going for your dreams and know that you are enough. Until the next time, to know yourself is to know your truth. Namaste.